What's good, Ballin' Squad? It's your boy back to Ballin' Wood. I'm coming to you guys today with another lit reaction video, bro. In this reaction video today, man, you about to react to Africa's deadliest lake that would turn you into stone. I don't believe that, bro. Like, I don't think nothing could turn a stone into a stone. You feel me? Like, bro, why would I give up a dime for a penny? I'm good, bro. Like, I'm not standing no lake. A lake standing on me, bro. I am the lake. Wait, no, I'm not the lake, bro. My girl is the lake, bro. I'm joking. I'm joking. But look, though, y'all. Would y'all do this, bro? Would y'all stand in that lake with one leg and then turn you into a stone? That must be like mad lava or something, bro. Can I please like, comment, and sub without further ado? Let's get right.
Hello everyone. Did you know that you consume about 15 pounds of salt a year? But if you eat a couple of dozen teaspoons of it in one go, you probably won't be able to watch this video until the end. And in the past, you wouldn't have been able to afford such a luxury at all. Salt used to be valued much more than gold. Now you can
What? Ain't no salt was that expensive.
find it in space, and even use it as a building material. Well, this substance is not as simple as it seems, and today you'll look at it from a totally new angle. Let's get it on. The world's most popular spice is a chemical compound, sodium chloride, or more precisely, the sodium salt of hydrochloric acid. Yeah, the one found in a diluted form in the stomach of every person. In a concentrated form, it's capable of corroding metals. This explains the antiseptic properties of cooking salt. Bacteria is afraid of caustic substances.
Wait, what? That's crazy. I'm learning a lot right now, bro, about that salt.
So salt is indispensable for preserving food. Well, it's also great for wound healing, though the sensations might not be that pleasant. A few figures. The worldwide production of salt amounts to some 210 million tons every year. Think of it this way. The largest dump truck in the world, the Bellas, can carry 450 tons of cargo at a time, so you'd need more than 460,000 of these trucks to carry an annual amount of mined salt. To put it simply, all the salt produced over a year weighs more than 360,000 Falcon 9 rockets, or as 2,222 Godzillas from the 2014 movie.
222,000 Godzillas? 2,220? Oh my god.
Where does it come from in such quantities though? Today there are three main ways to produce table salt. First, from seawater, 1 gallon of which contains about 4.5 ounces of sodium chloride. It works like this. Seawater is distilled several times to remove plankton and various impurities, and then left in the evaporation pond. The sun and the wind then do their job, leaving pure salt sediment at the bottom. Salt is also mined from the underground in deep mines, where dried underground reservoirs have left whole layers of salt under the surface
Whoa, that salt like snow, bruh. That's that salt, what?
of the earth. But the most common way is to dry brine pools. They're extracted out of the depths and drained to get the purest sodium chloride, which ends up in your chips.
Oh my goodness. Mine.
As you can see, there is enough salt in the world, but it is unevenly distributed over our planet.
Bro, that salt getting me real salty right now.
And is mainly concentrated in certain areas. For example, in the southern part of Iran, where you can find the Jashak Salt Dome, aka the Mountain of Salt. Just imagine, a whole mountain made of salt. This dome is 7.5 miles long, roughly the size of 120 soccer fields, and almost 3 miles wide. White deposits are common table salt, and the colored layers are good for industrial use. And here's another place with an extreme concentration of salt. It's located in Bolivia, and it's called the Uyuni Salt Flat. Actually, it's a dried up salt lake, and we're now walking along its bottom. The salt crust here is taller than you are, about several feet, and the entire lake can fit 3,000 New York Central Parks. One can argue that this is the largest salt shaker in the world. It's so large that you can even see it from space. There's a hotel nearby called the Palacio de Sal. Have you already guessed what it's made of? Yep, it's made entirely of salt, including the furniture and the sculptures.
Bro, what a plug that.
Though the management doesn't recommend licking the walls, This could undermine the structure of the hotel. And this lake isn't dry just yet. It is called Assal, and it's located in Djibouti, in Africa. Check it out, it's not so easy to drown in it. The salinity levels of its waters is 10 times that of the sea, which means that its density is much higher. It just pushes you out. But staying in such water for too long is also not good for you. Otherwise, something like this might happen to you. Turns out that salt can also be used in art. Israeli artist Sigalit Ethel Landau lowers ordinary things into the water of the Dead Sea.
Also, bro, like, I believe salt can clean you as well. Like, how can I explain it, bro? Y'all know strawberries. Like, do y'all eat strawberries raw, or do y'all eat them just like, do y'all wash them off? I know some people wash off their strawberries, but I've been told that you have to leave strawberries in a bucket or a bowl, and you have to like sink it in there with salt and just watch all like the dirt and watch all the bugs like come out of the strawberries, bro.
Salt crystallizes on their surfaces, and you get unusual sculptures. There are also salt lakes, which are much more dangerous. How do you like it? Seems like a common lake with a bunch of beautiful flamingos. Well, in fact, Lake Natron, located in Tanzania, is a death trap for all living things. In addition to increased salinity, the water of the lake is extremely alkaline. The pH is nearly as high as ammonia. Keep in mind that the water here also heats up to 140 degrees Fahrenheit. Check out what the toxic fumes are doing to birds that have lingered here for too long.
Whoa.
But
what?
The water here also heats up to 140 degrees Fahrenheit. Check out what the toxic fumes are doing to birds that have lingered here for too long. But these birds are not afraid of a large amount of salt. Do you know how penguins get rid of it? They sneeze, like this. They shake their heads and remove excess salt. Actually, almost all seabirds have special salt glands. They're located above the eyes and work just like kidneys. That is, we can say that albatrosses, pelicans, and sea ducks have an additional pair of kidneys in their heads. These birds need it to safely drink seawater. But what about plants? Turns out some of them also get rid of excess salt. We're talking about mangroves that grow right at the shore and get their nutrients from the seawater. To remove excess salt, plants have special glands on their leaves. That is, they literally sweat with salt.
Oh my.
By the way, have you ever noticed tears are salty?
It is, bro. Tears are salty, and bro.
Concentration of sodium chloride in human tears is meager, but the tears of these turtles from the Amazon basin have enough salt for a salad. They have to cry to get rid of excess salt in the body. Local butterflies immediately flock to the tears of a turtle and drink them to replenish their sodium reserves. Very convenient. While some species have an excess of salt in the body, others don't have enough of it. In this case, these so-called mineral licks come to the rescue. Places where animals can lick essential mineral nutrients from a deposit of salts and other minerals. Well, in regions where salt is scarce, people create artificial mineral licks for animals like this.
Hey, that boy got slob all on his chin, bro. Wipe your face. Come on, Otis. Oh my gosh.
However, it's not recommended to do this near railway tracks. In Alabama, there's a law that prohibits putting salt on a railroad track. Yep, you guessed right. The animals are so keen on eating salt that they simply ignore the trains coming at them. In other words, excessive passion for salt won't do you any good. For example, the lethal dose of this mineral for humans is about 0.05 ounces per 1 pound of body weight. We did the math too. An experienced Counter-Strike player who ate one sandwich over the day weighs about 110 pounds. So roughly 30 teaspoons of salt consumed in one go would become fatal for him. The consequences of such a snack can look like that. Headshot. In the past, people even used this as a way to execute criminals. After such sad news, it'd be nice to relax and meditate for a change. Surprisingly, salt water is way more soothing than any simple dimple. Do you know anything about a sensory deprivation tank? It's filled with water heated to match the temperature of a human body. A couple of hefty bags full of Epsom salts are dissolved in the water. You get inside, the tank closes, and the connection with the outside world is severed. Complete darkness. No smells, sounds, or sensations. You literally float in zero gravity. There isn't.
I'm gonna do that, bro. A lady been telling me to do it, bro. But I'm gonna really take her advice and I'm gonna do it.
An easier way to get healthy though, the so-called salt caves. The walls, floor, and ceiling are covered with salt blocks, and all you need to do is just sit inside and breathe. Remember when we mentioned the antiseptic properties of salt? This is where they come into play. The air, saturated with the smallest particles of salt, will deal with any bacteria and boost your respiratory and immune systems. Scientists haven't yet fully studied how this therapy works, but the fact is, it helps treat even chronic diseases.
Wow.
The amazing properties of salt are also used in industry. For example,
I didn't know all this, bro.
in aviation for drying aircraft fuel. Salt filters effectively remove excess moisture from aviation kerosene. Salt can also literally melt ice and snow too. The freezing point of the saline solution is much lower than that of plain water,
Okay.
so city services use it to clean roads. Remember those white stains on your shoes in winter? If
all.
only the ancient people of Ethiopia could see that, they'd probably go crazy. The thing is, in the Middle Ages, salt was used there as money. We're not kidding either. Take a look at these even bars neatly tied with straw. They are called amole to chew, and they were used by the ancient Ethiopians to pay for goods and services. Imagine if you took them for shopping today. Don't think that this was some kind of local quirk either. In ancient Rome, for example, soldiers received a handful of salt a day for their service. No wonder the Latin word salarium,
I'm gonna have like a rack of salt on me.
meaning salary, comes from the word salt. However, some of these salt types are of particular value even today. This bamboo salt, for example, costs almost $230 per pound.
Wow.
Pay the cost of a PlayStation 5
I'm telling you,
for
bro.
a couple of pounds of salt. Can you imagine that? The reason lies in a special technology. First, sea salt is dried in the sun, then placed in bamboo tubes and covered with a layer of mineral clay, after which they bake it several times. We think that now you can agree. Sodium chloride is not just the most trivial element found on Earth, and also beyond that. A couple of years ago, scientists discovered table salt in the disk of gas and dust surrounding a young star in the constellation Orion, 1,500 light years from our planet. We wonder how much a seasoning like that would cost. Hey friend, if you enjoyed this
Bro, this was definitely a W video, y'all. I learned a lot about salt, bro. Alright, y'all, this is the end of the video. Can y'all please like, comment, and sub? Without further ado, man, I want y'all to have a nice night. Not to mention, let me know what you guys want me to react to next. And I got y'all. We out, man.